Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Brother Captain, we have NE. Spawn as the Apothecary Ally, we have Dark Riku. Spawn as the Mech Boy, we have Sandu, Ciorba. And as the Farseer, we have Broodwich. As I got parachutists coming on out, we do got Howling Banshee as well, Strike Squad, and 2 Tactical Marine Squads. So those are pretty standard. You got 2 shooters, that's pretty standard. We may seek a second Guardian Squad. And now over here, shooters are captured at that point. We do have the Brother Captain after this point as well, but it looks like we got the shooters trying to interrupt him. Apothecary now receives some fire from Guardian squads. Got the Howling Banshees charging forward. Got the Marine squad does get behind the heavy cover there, but the nearby health regen of the Apothecary, they should be able to stand a bit more abuse. Down south, you got the 2 shooters and sluggers. Brother Captain advancing forward does destroy some of that terrain. And the Tactical Marine Squad is sort of just behind some light cover. Neither side advancing forward. Brother Captain does poke forward for a moment. It decides to fall back. And Inquisitor Stormtroopers do get forced back as well. Burner's now being pulled out, trying to burn down his opponent. Shooters now advancing forward. They're charging forward to avoid the Brother Captain from tying them up in melee. Strike Squad does get forced back. Now the Burner Squad does go turn around and engage the Brother Captain. Shooters are not been upgraded to big shooters, so they can't do the suppressive fire ability just yet. Result Stormtroopers are advancing forward. Mech Boys engaged from the flank. And the Farseer is now going for our Guardians weapon team. And we do also have a protection squad for the Brother Captain. Brother Captain does fall back. That was as low as 6 health. Does manage to stay alive of as little as 6 health. Slugger squad does fall back. Shooters are here. Mech Boy is behind some heavy cover there. And now the Strike squad is receiving quite a bit of fire from the shooters. Trying to focus on one shooter squad. Protection squad advances forward. And then Mech Boy does eat the flames. Actually, the shooters did for a brief moment. Does get suppressed there. Mech Boy now receiving a bit of fire there. Does get suppressed once again. Does teleport away. Recognition squad does get a good suppression there on the shooters. Mech Boy is severely wounded and may need to fall back. Up north, sorry, gotta cover him a little bit. Tactical Marine squad does get suppressed there. Apothecary behind the wall there. Storm Boys do jump forward. Protection squad does get inside the garrison and does go in and start fire from multiple angles. Storm Boys are trying to pursue these Inquisitor troopers, and we got the Brother Captain trying to pursue them. Guardian weapon team does fall back. We got another Guardian weapon team now on the field, suppressing down the Assault Marines. Farseers charging forward, trying to tie up the Tactical Marine squad, and the Assault Marines do force back the other Guardian's weapon team. Over here, got the various boys advancing forward. Sluggers and Storm Boys at close range. Brother Captain has no upgrades at the moment. Now we do also got big shooters on both these shooters. First of all, Stormtroopers being upgraded with the Sergeant upgrade. And now this power node is under fire from the Assault Marines. Let's get a little bit healed there, allowing his energy to regen. We now have a Wog banner being blown on out. Again, a nice little Wog horror effect.
We shall make it so.
Guardian weapon teams advancing forward, eyeing to suppress these forces. Good damage there onto the Slugger squad, suppressing both the shooters and the sluggers. Guardian weapon team does go and suppress down the not scout squad, the Tactical Marine squad, as the Guardian squad is going to capture the power point. Down south, we got the Strike squad getting forced back by the Burners and the Storm Boys. Shooters are still behind by the Wog banner. So the Stormtroopers advancing forward. They have, of course, the Sergeant upgrade, which does give them access to various grenade abilities. big shooters could go ahead and try to suppress some of these forces, especially the Perfocation Squad. Storm Boys jump on in, try to tie up the Coastal and Shortburst in melee. Grenade was thrown, knocking back some of the Storm Boys. And looks like he will lose that entire Coastal Stormtroopers, denying any sorts of repairs for the Brother Captain. Brother Captain himself is now falling back. We got the Wall Banner here, inspiring the Storm Boys. Got the Shark Squad being suppressed over here. We got the Guardian being forced on back. We do got the Scout Squad receiving a bit of fire there. And do also have the Apothecary being upgraded, has been upgraded the Chain Sword, the Purification Rites, and now being upgraded the Armor of Purity. Looks like he's experienced some sort of bug. I'm not exactly sure.
Adding support structure.
Mech Boy is now upgraded with the Def Gun, giving him access to the Def Gun, which does suppress enemies in front of him. Teleports forward to continue suppression on the Perfocation Squad. Mech Boy now is packing on up, trying to avoid the additional slicing. Perfocation Squad does use some fire there, doesn't use the suppressive fire ability on the Purgation Squad, and now you got the Mech Boy trying to redeploy on up. Teleports over there. Shooting Squad still receiving quite a bit of fire. The Mech Boy is now falling back. These Shooter Squads may need to fall back entirely. We've seen a bit too much fire there. Up north, we've got Guardian Weapon Team and the sitting on up in a good defensive position. Farseers just captured some points. We've got these 4 soldiers roaming around.
Scouts under attack. Receiving fire.
Wog Banner still alive. Got the Purification Squad capturing up that point. And now we've got the Guardian Squad does avoid that grenade right there.
Understood.
So boys could try jumping on in with the Sword of the Burners charge on in. Brother Captain has no upgrades just yet. Mech Boy has of course the Def Gun, but he's of course down at the moment. And the Farseer has been upgraded with the Doombringer, which allows her to cast Doom, which marks somebody to be doomed. So boys do jump over there. It's meant for a retreat, trying to avoid all these additional fire. You also got Assault Marine Squad deployed out by the Apothecary, and now Tier 2 being researched by the Apothecary. Brother Captain already has Tier 2. Farseer is researching Tier 2, and the Mech Boy is not getting Tier 2 just yet. Purgation Squad does get forced back from the shooters. You can use suppressive fire build there, but a great cast there by Brother Captain gets massive AoE damage. Mech Boy has been redeployed. And now we've got the Terminator Librarian deployed out on the field by the Brother Captain.
Not yet beaten. An ally has taken a victory point.
Assault Marines do jump on top of the Guardian Weapon Team, knocking them back. The other squad gets tied up in melee by the Strike Squad. This Guardian Weapon Team trying to slide on up once again. Maeve does not find a single volley there. Guardian Squad does get inside the garrison.
The enemy is capturing one of our victory points.
No blow will go unanswered. The hell deadly.
Shooters are advancing forward, gives a bit damage there on the power node. These forces are advancing forward. Farseer is now being upgraded to Runes of Reaping. I actually don't know what that one does. Great, good heal there on the Apothecary. Get a nice pop back, but we've seen a bit too much fire there. It does go down. There's too much fire, literally and figuratively. Purgation Squad does deactivate that point. The Wog Banner is down. Terminator Librarian is currently sneaking around. Last thing we want to do is have a stealth Terminator sneak around. Has been upgraded the Codium Artium. Increases energy by 50, which could be quite nice. Energy regen by 1 per second, very nice. And also unlocks the Shrouding ability, very, very nice. Tactical Marine Squad now being upgraded. This sergeant could be upgraded to Sergeant Guard Veteran next. Brother Captain's now falling back as well. Shooters are severely wounded. One squad has 5 members, one squad has 4 members. They have a lot of members, just not a lot of health of members. Targeting these power generators. Mech Boy does teleport forward, trying to set a good suppression angle there. Weird Boy on the boo queue. Looks like Scouts just get some great ambush there onto the Guardian's Weapon Team.
We have lost a generator.
Doesn't get the wipe there, however. Farseer has activated Doom, and the Howling Bitch is starting to engage. The aspect of strength as well. Shark Squad does fall back. Burner Squad still on the front. Burners or shoots see quite a bit of damage, and now got the Assault Marines now trying to engage the burners up in melee. Guardian Squad keeps pushing way forward, and he does fall back. His teammates, Guardian Squad teams now getting some good suppression there. Boy can set up and get some good suppression as well. Premier Librarian does close up this there on the Guardian Weapon team. Devastator Plasma Cannon has been deployed on the field. Now do got the Grey Knight Dreadnought deployed on the field, ready to shiv his opponent.
Support structure complete.
Protection Squad against a good damage there on these power generators. This point's being reactivated, could be recording deactivated. Like that.
On guard.
Scout Squad advancing forward. We got the Guardian Weapon team here. Only one defense model remains, so this could be a quickly dead Guardian Weapon team. Could throw a grenade there. Guardian squads are not self-detections. Plasma grenades thrown. It does put the wipe there on the Guardian Weapon team. Protection Squad now fully withdrawing, avoiding the Storm Boys. And now we do have a Falcon deployed on the field. Apothecary is still down here. The Brother Captain could push forward to revive him. And now the Grey Knight Dreadnought has been upgraded with a plasma cannon. So we've got two sources of plasma cannons here.
Deploying war gear.
Premier Librarian now seeing a bit of fire. Plasma Cannon Devastator fires a shot. So does the Plasma Cannon Dreadnought. Farseer seeing a bit of fire there. Runes of Reaping reduces the cooldown of all Farseer spells by 25%, increases energy regeneration by 1. Not bad. Weird Boys upgraded the Warpath there. Got the pass there from the Librarian to knock back any opponents that advance forward. And it looks like the Strike Squad does fall back. Looks like the Brother Captain does go down. The Apothecary has been recovered, so he can recover the Brother Captain himself. Plasma Cannons do get some hits there onto the Falcon. Heavy weapons seem to be deployed up on the high ground. We upgrade the Bright Lance. Howling Bitch receives a bit of fire. Does get inside the Falcon and does go down to a conversion beamer. Bright Lance firing against targets that are not the Dreadnought. And down south, we've got the shooters getting some good gen bashing here. The burners need to be stopped at melee attacking, start range attacking. Weird Boy is quite wounded, so he has to be very careful not to lose a Weird Boy. And we also have got a first squad of Crystal Stormtroopers being put on the field for repairs. They rely on his teammate for repairs of the Scout Squad, but that is also a bit less reliable because you have to rely on the teammate. Apothecary does get some suppression fire right there. Strike Squad does retreat back through all this. Apothecary does start healing himself right now. The Weird Boy needs to fall back sooner rather than later, but Weird Boy's almost down. Got a Master Tree coming out. Plasma Cannon does run a little bit short. Avoids the Weird Boy because he had a grenade from the Scout Squad. We do not, however, they do are capture the point, and all these forces will keep on out of there. Does get some model drops there. Plasma Cannon Devastator made fire a shot there. Bright Lance and Guardian Squad advancing forward. Look at the Dark Reapers and Guardian Squad. Assault Squad does fall back right there. Good it there onto the Guardian Squad. Scouts are now advancing forward. We got a Death Dread on the build queue. Plasma Cannon Devastator does roll a miss there. Plasma Cannon Dreadnought finds a hit onto the Farseer. Looks like the good grenade blast there, or shotgun blast there, takes out the Guardian Weapon team. That was a Plasma Cannon, Bright Lance there. Guardian Squad seeing a bit of fire. Dark Wolves fall back as well. Now, team right side, red team, is out of anti-vehicle weapons, aren't they? Stone Boys do have the knob for some, as well as Weird Boy. Dapper is also good as well, so got a mix of anti-vehicle weapons, but nothing too designated. You now have some Stern Guard veterans now on the field. And now you got Dreadnought to support the Grey Knight Dreadnought.
Support structure complete. An ally has
Plasma Cannon does roll a miss there. Orcstar makes his way forward, forces back the Brother Captain. Grey Knight Dreadnought does find a good shot there onto the shooters. And looks like the Death Dread is advancing forward, being upgraded to permanent blitz now. Storm Boys do jump on top of the Plasma Cannon devs here. Death Dread now stomping his way over the Grey Knight Dreadnought. Great cast there by the Grey Knight Librarian. The Librarian does go down. Big loss. Strike Squad pushing way forward. So does Brother Captain. No anti-vehicle weapons there. Sluggers seem quite a bit fire. We've got the Assault Squad here, and now as well as the regular Dreadnought. Most of the shooters and sluggers will go and fall back, with Vomit coming on out by the Weird Boy to cover the retreat. And now do have the Mech Boy now firing away with his Death Gun. He may want to be upgraded to Beamy Death Gun. He does teleport away once again, but facing the wrong direction. Death Dread now still engaging that Grey Knight Dreadnought in melee. Crystal Stormtroopers getting some repairs. And is in the middle of those squads, so he's able to get some good warding away, preventing more melee attacks onto the Grey Knight Dreadnought.
understood.
Looks like this Death Dread will go and stomp its way over to the other opponent's base and with withdrawal. Just up these stairs.
Rearmament.
Oh, looks like one of the base players did cancel on some sort of upgrade. Now we've got 2 plasma cannon dreadnoughts. Okay, that's a lot of plasma cannons. Scout squad does fall back away from the Guardian squad, who does have the Warlock leader.
An ally has secured a requisition point.
Getting a BL Broodwich. BL Blood BL. Not Wraith Lord. BB BL BL. Fire Prism. Not Seer Council. Not Avatar. I'm trying to think what BL Brightlands. That's what it is. Sorry, it sometimes takes me a moment to figure out what they're saying. Howling base is charging forward to get the Auto-Target charging as well. You may want to get the fusion gun current rate. There's one, of course, the second Dreadnought there. Does lose the sharp leader there. And looks like this course does get knocked back by the Assault Marine squad. Death Dread does get repaired on up. Just wait forward now. Assault Marines are receiving quite a bit of fire there. Death Dread and Dreadnought can be fighting each other. Melter Bomb does connect with the Death Dread. Got some bomb coming out by the Weird Boy. The Weird Boy's almost down. May want to fall him back. Arstruck still trying to tie up the and the Force are trying up the Grey Knight Dreadnoughts up in melee. And it does prevent them doing anything. Mech Boy is firing away on the high ground for his Death Gun. Still believing he needs to get out a Beamy Death Gun. Because right now there's a lot of Dreadnoughts they have to deal with. Stone Boys pushing way forward. We do have them decapturing up that power point.
Issuing new weapon loadouts.
And it looks like the Brother Captain now being upgraded, the Nemesis Daemon Hammer. Nemesis Daemon Hammer has completed. Great Knot Dreadnoughts receiving some much needed repairs. Regular Dreadnought needs some much needed repairs as well. Now I do have a Wraith Lord being put out. Probably going to be upgraded the Bright Lance as well. Still no beam with Death Gun of the Mech Boy. He repaired on up as well. Conversion Beamer now firing away, hitting the Dark Reaper or the Shudas. Oh, we got a bit of flank here. Assault Marines charging forward, so does the Apothecary. Assault Marines are seeing quite a bit of fire, but it's getting a nice heal there from the Apothecary. And now we got the Apothecary now trying to tie up the Mech Boy up in melee. Plasma Cannon's getting some great AoE damage right there. Force effect the Dark Reapers. Dark Reaper's almost down. Shooter's almost down as well. Great hit there onto the Solar Stormtroopers. Of course, here now trying to engage the Apothecary in melee. We also have the Slugs do take out the Apothecary. Storm Guard Grenades falling on back. Bright Lance sitting on up again, trying to get some good shots on in. Mech Boy's teleported forward as well. Still no Beam Me Death Gun. He does get the Weird Boy to attack some of these forces. Red's down to very little VPs, 37. Does get a nice knockback there on the Strike Squad. Now I do have another Death Dread being put on the field, trying to match the Dreadnoughts with Death Dreads.
The chapter stands with you. We have 200 points remaining.
Another squad includes Stormtroopers on the build queue, knocking back the Scout Squads right there. Very nice. Bright Lance does find a hit there as well. Game points there onto the Assault Cannon Dreadnought. And does go ahead and stop the decapture as well. Good hits there on the Grey Knot Dreadnought. Does not find additional shots there.
The enemy is capturing one of our strategic points.
The Mech Boy is asking his teammate to attack. Over here, the Howling Banshees do fall on back. These wolves are advancing forward, trying to get some good damage there on the Howling Banshees. And the Archrock does fall back as well. Assault Marines do jump away, or Storm Boys. The Captain now engaging the Storm Boys up in melee. Mech Boy trying to set on up. Does get some stretch there on the Strike Squad, saving the Knob Leader of the Storm Boys. Strike Squad, Dark Reaper getting good damage there. Does activate Doom. Does get a good special attack there. Knocks back the Bright Lance there with the Plasma Cannon Devastator, or Dreadnought. Does take out the Bright Lance entirely. Death Dreads now stomp their way forward. They do take out the Brother Captain. Great forward, advancing forward with the Bright Lance upgrade. Getting some hits there on these Assault Marines. And now got the Death Dreads charging on forward. The other one supporting the Wraith Lord. Conversion Beamer still in the region. Getting some good damage there onto the Death Dreads. Another Death Dreads advancing forward. May want to tie up some of these, the Conversion Beamer melee. Very good. But focus on the Revenant Dreadnought. That is the one that actually poses a threat. Wraith Lord is now advancing forward as well. Assault Cannon now receiving quite a bit of fire. Death Dread has plenty of health. Wraith Lord has seen better days. And now the Mech Boy is teleporting forward as well. Dreadnought's trying to waddle away from these cans. They do fall, and then now the Killer Cans do fall back. These Death Dreads.
Claiming a victory point.
Killer Cans. I don't know why the Orcs do refer them as cans. Getting some much needed repairs there. Dreadnoughts do find some shots there. They're all quite wounded though. Now we do also have, these are regular Assault Marines, not Vanguard veterans. Vanguard veterans push way forward. Scout Squad has redeployed. Forester is not going for tier 3. The Apothecary has tier 3, and so does the Brother Captain. They both have enough red points for a orbital strike. They could be saving up for something else. The Brother Captain has a large reserve of resources, so maybe I'm for some Terminators. Storm Boys look inside the garrison. Dark Reaper is trying to get some damage there on the Strike Squad as they're trying to get a flank. Storm Boys do jump forward. Does get a I don't think they were stunned there from the Storm Boy. Plus, again, Devastator does find a good hit there onto the Burnos. Death Dread advancing forward. You also got the Brother Captain charging forward as well. Conversion Mirror does find some damage there onto the Death Dread. Death Dread slowly making their way to advance. Seeing some fire there from the bombs as well. The Shark Squad almost goes down. Looks like he will get one out of there. Brother Captain gets a good attack there, knocking off his forces. Resume falling back. This Death Dread is almost down. Assault Barrage raining on in, trying to stop the capture that central VP. The Space Marines are down to 49 tickets, while the other ones are down to 37. Now a whole lot of tickets remaining. The Death Dread's receiving a bit of fire now. And now we've got the Death Dread, or Dreadnought, receiving quite a bit of fire now. Brother Captain's falling back. One Death Dread does go down, but so does the Dreadnought. VP has now been captured up by Red. And over here, you've got the Howling Beast charging forward, getting knocked back by these forces. Looks like the fresh Terminators, we've got a squad of Paladin Terminators deployed out of the field. The Farseer has doomed them. They do have a good weapons versus the Death Dread. It's not exactly a great matchup, but there's just too much fire coming out on those Paladins for them to stick around. Neckboy does go down. Vomit does connect with the Terminators, slowing them down and stunning them. Plasma Cannon Devastator, and now got an Eldritch Storm along a channel there from the Farseer. So activate the Time Field ability there, gains great damage there. Nice combination. Paladin's down to one model remaining and 89 health. Storm Boys do jump forward, getting stunned there, taking out the Paladin squad entirely. Now this Dreadnought getting tied up in movement, it does go down as well. Red is claiming this VP, but Blue has decaptured this VP as well. Howling Beach is also trying to dissuade them from being in that region. Stormguard is black and will head straight for the central VP. Stormboys do jump away. And now I've got the Brother Captain falling back. We do have now the Orc Battle Wagon, big shooty card, also known as Daisy. This VP is not being captured, that one of those squads needed to be captured. Now the tickets are counting down against Red, but now no tickets counting down because they also decaptured this point here by the Weird Boy. Stormguard is trying to capture the central VP, receiving quite a bit of fire from Death Dread. Blue has claimed the VPs, Red does have more tickets, 33 to 24. Stormguard are now falling back, receiving quite a bit of fire. Squad will fall back in time. Over here, do got the Farseer into the mix using Time Warp ability. Great special attack there, but does not stop the decapture. Something's got exploded there. I think that was the Weird Boy blowing up. Now the VP has progress reset and Blue's down to one ticket. And that is game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.